Hello everyone, I hope you are doing good. Today's video is going to be a very important one. Many of you guys ask in comment section how I manage my trade if SPY breaches my outer calendar. And in my last week trade, SPY was able to breach my lower calendar, the 365 one. So I will cover in this video in detail how I manage my trade and what you should do, how you should adjust your trade to make profit out of situations like this. This video is going to be little advanced, so make sure you check out all my previous videos, and if you have any more doubts you can ask me in comment section below. Those who are new to my channel, let me give you little introduction. I trade double calendar spread almost every week, and this is my 2022 profit calendar. You guys can see I'm making some good profit every month in the year of 2022, which is very volatile. My win ratio is 76% as of today. So if you are also interested to make consistent weekly income, do subscribe to my channel. Also, there is a playlist. You can see the link on top of your screen. Do check out every video in that playlist. These videos will cover the basic about this strategy, how you can start and learn this strategy. So do check out every video in that playlist. So now let's start the video. So on 15th of September 2022, SPY was moving around 392, 391. So I entered this double calendar spread. First of all, what were my expiries to create the double calendar? As you guys know, I go 3 weeks far. So let me first go to 15th of September. So this is 15th of September. So 3 weeks far will be first, second, and third. So I will be selling 7th of October options, and I will be buying 14th of October to create 1 week calendar. Okay, so 15th of September I entered. So anywhere if I'm entering in this week from 12th to 16th of September, I'll go 3 weeks far. So first week, second week, and third week. So I will be selling 7th of September, and I will be buying 14th of 7th of October, and buying 14th of October options to create it as a calendar. So these were my expiries. Now what about the strike prices? So I will check add the money straddle price for 7th of October. Add the money straddle price is add the money call and add the money put, add them together, their premium, that is the straddle price. So this was coming out to be $19. Okay, just to keep extra margin, I increase this 19 to 25. So what I mean by 25 is I will keep my outer calendar 25 points far from the at the money that day, what wherever we are moving around. So SPY was around 392, and just I rounded off to lower, whole number like 390 or something like that, multiple of 0 or 5. So 390, this is the reason because the volume will be more in these options. Okay, so 390 is my virtual. I didn't buy this 390 calendar. This is just my virtual middle point. So 25 points far will be 450, and lower side 390 minus 25 will be 365. So my double calendar strike prices were 450 and 365. Okay, that day I didn't buy the 390 calendar. Usually what I do is I just buy the outer calendars, and I wait for SPY to take some direction. It will, let's say, go a little bit up or little bit down. Let's say it reach halfway, let's say around 405, or here let's say 374, like that. And then I will buy the middle calendar. If I buy first day itself, it will be little expensive. But if SPY takes some direction, then this calendar, the middle calendar, will become cheaper. So that is the reason I buy later on. So you can buy it on the first day. Sometimes what happens, SPY will keep on toggling here, like here for 4 days it was moving around here only. So then the 390 will give you a little profit in these 4 days. But once it goes away, then this will become cheaper. So you can decide your own strategy. Usually I do is if it goes halfway, then I buy the middle calendar. So I bought on 22nd of September the middle calendar, and with the assumption that let's say if it bounce back, then 390 will become again expensive again. So I will get some good profit. But this time, actually, it kept on going down, down, down. So now let's see how this trade performed. So let me go to my Excel sheet where I document my trade on day-to-day basis. So As I guys told you, the selling date was 7th of October, buy date was 14th of October. I entered this trade on 15th of September. So 365 and 415 were my initial strike prices. Ignore 314, 390. This I will use later on for my adjustment and all. So ignore these two. Later on I will use that. Currently we have just these two calendar, 365 strike price and 415 strike price calendar. So and on 15th of September their prices was 96 and 66 cents. So in total for one double calendar it was 162 points, and I bought in multiple lots. Okay. So this was September 15th. On September 16th, this double calendar was in a loss of 8.64%. On September 19th, this was in a loss of 66.17%. On September 20th, we were at a loss of 6.79%. Now on September 21st, we recovered and we were in a profit of 1.85%. Usually whenever I'm down 7% or like that, I add more, but this time I entered actually a little big amount at the start, so that's why I was not averaging down. But once it was recovering, I thought, okay, I just added in the ratio of 2 is to 1. So for every two I added one more, so my cost average cost was 149. So first I entered at 162. That day I entered at 149. So in total it was 158 my cost average. Okay. So but it is not necessary. Some guys, they want very relaxed type of trades. So this is fine if you don't want to average out. Just let it go and see how it performs. Okay. Until SPY breaches your calendar 365 or 415 strike prices, you don't need to adjust. So you can keep on. So I will show you both the flavors without averaging. So this row will be without averaging and this row will be with averaging. Okay. So on 21st, without averaging you are at 1.85, and with averaging you are at a profit of 4.65. Now on September 22nd, without any adjustment everything, you were seeing a 4.94% profit. What I did that day is actually 374, as I showed you in this on 22nd of September here. I bought this middle calendar. Till now I didn't have this middle calendar. So I bought the 390 middle calendar as well. And I bought them in the ratio of 2 is to 1. Okay. So my total cost was 452. So if you see the calendar, the formula, it is double of this and one ratio of two. Since I bought two is for every two double calendar, I bought one of the 390 calendar. So that's why it is in the ratio of 2 is to 1. So I have made the total cost was 452, and this way I was able to see 3.68% profit that day. But those for you guys who don't want to do any adjustment, they were seeing 4.94% profit. Okay, without any averaging. On September 23rd, without any averaging, we were able to see 12.96% profit, and those guys could have exited this day. We are 10% and above, so they could have exited. This time, I was able to see only 2.8% profit. My profit reduced. The reason was SPY kept on going down. So this is we are talking about September 23rd, which is this day, September 23rd. If it would have bounced back, then my strategy would have performed better of buying this middle calendar. But since we kept on going down, that's why my profit reduced from 3.68% to 2.8%. Okay, now let's go how it performed. So on September 26th, actually, SPY was able to breach my 365 calendar. We were around 363. That time I had two options. Either I was able to see 1.64% loss because it kept on going down. So next day here also it kept on went down again. If it would have bounced back, I would have seen good profit, but it kept on going down. Okay, that's why I was able to see 1.64%. So I had one option, either to exit or I could have bought one more calendar down. So if I can buy one more calendar, let's say here, so what I will do is I will wait for SPY to bounce. It has to bounce. It didn't bounce yet, but it can't keep on going down, down, down. There will be one point where it has to bounce. So we have to, you know, think what that price could be. Let's say it can be 330 or something like that. So based on my straddle prices, what I will usually do is I will check out my straddle price, what was the straddle price, and what is the expected move, down move. And it was around coming around like 20 points or something. And just to give extra cushion, I made as 340. So what was second option? I could have bought 340 put calendar. So in case it keeps on going down and then it shows a bounce, then I will see a profit. So I will have four calendars, these three calendars and one at 340. But that day I thought better to exit. The reason was, first of all, it was very less loss, like 1.6 negligible loss. And second thing, I could enter another week trade, like the next week trade, and make 10% profit in that, instead of buying one more down calendar and making this little complex. So I exited this trade, but this is a very good strategy. You don't have to panic in case you go in this strategy. You should buy one more calendar down 340. Just it will be like little complex because you will have be handling four calendars. So if you are a type of person who don't want to handle this complexity, you can just exit. Usually your profit won't be either very small, like you will be in profit, or if you are in loss, it will be very small. Like I was able to see 1.6. Actually, it was not this much. Also, it was a little profit only, but exiting the bid and ask was little higher. So by the time I was able to exit, it came out to be 1.64%. So I thought better to exit and enter into a new fresh trade instead of handling four, calendars. But it is equally good if you buy one more calendar downward and wait for the bounce. Okay, so that is also one good way to adjust this trade. So anyway, let's see how this trade would have performed if we bought this 340 put calendar. One more thing, we have to buy 390 also. If you remember, I bought this middle calendar in the ratio of 2 is to 1. So this 390 was not into 1 is to 1 ratio. So with 340, I have to buy 390 also, more 390 calendars to make into 1 is to 1. So all the four calendars will be in the ratio of 1 is to 1. So they all are equally powered. Okay. So buy more of 390s and like that. So now total cost will be 791. I have made this formula, if you can see. This is like previous calendars, previous price, average price was here. This is S359. Let me click on this. So here's you can see this is one. So this was my average price. Then I bought this two times of Z352 is this, and some more of 390. So this is the whole formula. You can check if you want. So this is the total price now after buying 340 and some amount of 390 also, and this is the total cost. Okay. So now on September 26th, with adjustment and everything, you were able to see 1.1% profit at the close. Okay. Now on September 27th, this is in a profit of 3.8%, 3.88. Okay. Now on September 28th, it was in a profit of 3.87. On September 29th, it is in a profit of 6.91%. And on September 30th, you will see 12.47%, which is 10% and above, and you could have exited the trade with your profit target after adjustment. Okay, so this is a very nice way to adjust. Only the thing is, you have to pick this the fourth calendar very wisely. Keep extra room. If spy against breaches that, then it will get little messy. You have to manage fifth calendar at one more, so then it will be messy. So try to keep little extra room. So my that day also, why I bought 340 was, I didn't want to buy, let's say the straddle was price was suggesting around 350 or something, 345, but I kept extra room just in case spy falls more drastically, some bad news come. So that's why I kept at 340 like that. Okay. So this is a very good way. Or you won't see a very big loss. You could just gracefully exit the trade like how I did, and enter into a fresh new trade for the next week. and you can make 10% profit there. So both are equal. So you can either keep on adjusting this trade, or you can exit it gracefully. But don't just remain in this state. And if you don't buy 340, if you see, eventually it was in 10% plus profit, but this is not a good strategy. The reason was, we were already here, and it might have happened like we go further down. And if you would not have bought 340, and you are still in this trade, if suddenly it goes further down, then you will be see huge loss. So although here you are able to see 15% profit, but this is happening because it didn't move much, it kept on toggling here. That's why you will be lucky to see 15%. But this is not a good strategy. If you have want to remain in this state, you have to buy 340 or somewhere lower calendar. Okay, or either exit like how I exited. So this is also one. Take small loss, exit the trade, enter into a new fresh trade, and make 10% profit there. So these two strategies are good. So either do this strategy or exit here. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me in comment section below. This is little complex, so I understand you will have some doubts. If you have anything, also you can reach me on Twitter or Instagram. Okay, thank you. One disclaimer: this video is for your knowledge purpose only. Please do your own research before doing any trade. Thank you.